MM, the founder and owner of Group virtuegroup.MM, the unique in its kind international development organization for countries. We care for society, we keep it safe, and take it further. We develop it. Today, we will talk about how the report from the Commission, published within the framework of the European Semester's Spring Package 2025, regarding the complete failure of the government in Cyprus to manage corruption and lack of transparency, is substantiated by citizens, the public sector and the private sector, even before the Commission recorded it. Citizens experience it themselves in their daily lives. It is also substantiated by a series of research and development by the Group virtuegroup and by the strongest international CV that exists, that of the Group virtuegroup. The complete failure of the government to manage corruption and lack of transparency is also that they follow a different agenda because they serve another country and because they lack the capabilities for this, namely to manage corruption and lack of transparency. Examples of crimes that the lawbreakers, namely the government and some others, internationally commit are the following. They have falsely accused Russia of invading Ukraine, and they are supporting Ukraine, which traffics children and drugs. Ukraine is a crossroads of Asia, and they traffic drugs to Europe. Like in our country, they have overthrown the legitimate leader of the country, Cyprus, Greece, and because Cyprus is legally part of Greece, and the real leader is Greek Cypriot from both parts by origins. They're continuously committing a multitude of economic crimes and crimes against children. They are positioned by the deep state in the United States, who are Satanists, worship the devil, practice black magic, position these citizens, who are called leaders, in key positions in our country and similar people to them in other countries, with rigged elections, and pay them to turn our country and other countries into colonies, assassinate influential people and citizens around the world. They formed a group with the also place leaders of other countries. Their common characteristic is, for example, that they fight Russia, Palestine, and so on. They practice magic in the war of Ukraine against Russia so that no one can bring peace and development in the two countries and in the other countries. They promote, as we said, sell and or use drugs that are supplied to them by the factory in Ukraine, which produces drugs and is also a station of Asia. And they both promote them in Europe. They have broken the national security of our country. Tatar expressed interest in discussing with the Group virtuegroup the proposal of my group to Turkey, which proposal guarantees the development of Turkey and to leave Cyprus, Greece free, as well as other countries. But the appointed president, the positioned president of our country, and the rest of the group said other things than the truth, that is, lies, such as that they brought this result on their own and they continue selling the country to Turkey and elsewhere. They also handed over the national sovereignty of our country to others, such as Israel, the USA, Turkey, and so on. They also deliberately, on purpose, set fires in the country. And intentionally, and they do all this for money. They bring asylum seekers on their own with the aim of filling the country with immigrants, which is a breach of national security and a betrayal of national sovereignty. They pass laws in favor of this. That is, immigrants from third countries to come freely without controls. That is, whether they needed or not to come freely. They open the doors to people from third countries to come to the country and buy land, which is a clear confession of a breach of national security and a betrayal of the national sovereignty of our country. They voted for a law and they achieved passing a law against pedophilia, that is to make pedophilia legal, and they violated a bunch of laws, such as family laws. They force businesses to take in to hire asylum seekers and to deprive locals of their jobs and so on. Who are those committing these crimes? That is, who are those law trespassers and predators? The positioned president of our country, Cyprus, Greece. The positioned prime minister of our country, Cyprus, Greece. The positioned president of our parliament, Cyprus, Greece. The positioned parliament members, the positioned European Parliament members, the positioned people in the positions of municipalities all around Cyprus, Greece, and the rest of Europe through supposedly elections held on the 6th to 9th June 2024. Political parties, officers of public domain, judges, prosecutors, lawyers, some business people, mass media, their sponsors and supporters, local and international. They do not regret for their crimes and they continue committing them, rejecting the continuous opportunities given to them to regret by group virtuegroup. They do this to the point they brought their crimes and themselves at terminal level, to terminal level. The army should already taking precautions and applying solutions regarding this. The predators, law trespassers, were given deadline to quit the positions given to them, to regret before legal security bodies are called in the island from other countries to clean up the situation. Lords and ladies of Group VirtueIDA, we ask you to act strongly and bring strong results. Remember to like our videos and the posts we publish. Comment positively, share our work, our videos, and also on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok. On Facebook, videos are deleted and at some point, and they are lost along with likes, your comments, and from your wall. Remember that our channel's videos are on Monday and on Thursday at 7 p.m. On Monday, usually the video is in Greek, and on Thursday, usually the same video is in English. We have promised you the truth. We come out with this news first, and or it is only us who give the raw material and act upon what is said in the videos. Also, we kindly invite volunteers, sponsorships, and support. We wish you happiness, health, and prosperity. Be strong and blessed. Thank you for watching today also. Bye.